Hi Leo, and welcome to your season. This is going to be your reading for August of 2019. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're just coming out of two back-to-back eclipses there in Cancer and Capricorn. Today, as I'm doing this reading, is the 23rd of July. So Sun is just moving into Leo now. So we're all, I think, looking forward to the beneficial light that will bring to all of our lives this month. And yeah, the full swing of summer for those of you in North America. So tune in with me as I shuffle. Please set aside any distractions. I want to make sure that you get the most out of your time with me. So please bring all of your presence here to the reading. Check in with your higher self. Ask your higher self to tune into my higher self and pass along any messages that you need to hear at this time. In doing so, we'll be creating a feedback loop to make sure that the messages that do come through are tailored for you. So it's really worth your while to take a moment to actually do that little visualization. It literally takes just a moment to do, and it does set us up for a really profound carriage of information. So I'm about to lay down the cards. Let's get started. Very interesting spread here for you, Leo. Just give me a second here to tune in. One thing that's jumping out at me right away is that you have 3 cup cards from the court. From the court cards, actually you have 5 cup cards altogether in the spread, but there's Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, and King of Cups here in the reading. There's also the 2 of Cups and the 8 of Cups here. What else is jumping out at me? There's 3 major arcana cards here in the reading. Temperance and Hermit are together in this quadrant, which is describing how you are seeing yourself at this time. So this is very interesting. I'll come back around to that. And then you have a High Priestess here as well. 8 of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Okay, what is this? At the central theme of the reading, you have the 5 of Pentacles crossed by 2 of Cups. This kind of feels maybe like you are, how should I say that? It could be that there is offer of a new romance coming in at this time. Maybe there's already someone in your auric field that you've been connecting with, communicating with, and are interested in. But there is a feeling here that you may actually not have just give me a second to find the right words, because it's a specific energy with this 5 of Pentacles. There's either there's something about, no, it may not be about this person actually, but there's something in your energy that's saying that you don't trust necessarily this connection, or that you may not have complete openness to this person. There's a feeling of resistance here with these cards. There's a feeling of uncertainty. There's a feeling of I'm hearing crossing over. I feel like for some of you what that could mean is that if you've been in a space of being single for a while, or if you've been, you know, really focused on your own things, on your own projects, that you may not necessarily feel like the willingness to open up to another person, even if on some level you are actually sort of pronouncing to the universe that you want to be in a relationship, or that you're waiting for, you know, you're calling in a romantic partner on some level. And I feel like it's subconscious for a lot of you that there may be this energy where you're actually not completely open, that you're actually holding some resistance to someone coming in. Obviously that's not going to be true for everyone, but that's what I feel with this central axis of the reading. And even this sort of past to present energy, and also this corner here with the Hermit and Temperance card. There is this feeling here like you Maybe you've been, as I said, for some of you, maybe have been single for a while, and if you're feeling this energy coming towards you, there's a sensation here of like, oh, it could be fun, it could be interesting, but it could also fuck up my peace. You know, if you've been really like working diligently, as many of us have over the last 6 months, to, you know, create harmonious and balanced lifestyle, to balance your responsibilities with leisure time, to find, you know, clues within about what it is that's actually really going on with you. You know, if you've been doing your own inner work and analysis and understanding to dig deep within and uncover more truths of who you are and your path that you're walking here, there could be a feeling here that you may not necessarily want to, you know, interrupt that process by introducing a wild card factor into the situation, which is a person that you may not know well, or someone that you're just getting to know. And I feel like this quadrant here with this Page of Pentacles and Page of Cups and King of Cups both in reverse here also are kind of suggesting that too. Like if there has been a love offer coming towards you, that's what the Page of Pentacles is suggesting. And we have the Knight there as well. We'll get to that in a sec. It feels like you are just not as open to it as maybe you were in the beginning. Let's see what else is here. Knight of Cups with Queen of Swords in reverse. Again, this is feeling like, you know, a love offer that's coming towards you, or a romantic offer that's coming towards you, or an opportunity that's coming towards you. If this is not a romance reading for you, and we're talking here about some other type of partnership or some other kind of offer that's coming towards you, just kind of relocate the messages so that they land in the right place for you. This Queen of Swords in reverse here is suggesting that there is something either your inner wisdom is like keeping you in a space of a little bit cynical and aloof about this offer, or for some of you this message is kind of the same but opposite, in the sense that what's here could be that either that which I've already described, being that your focus has been on your own personal discovery and your own process towards harmonizing and balancing your life and putting your lifestyle as a priority and getting your ducks in a row, so to speak. And if that's the case, and you feel this offer coming towards you is something that might have been interesting initially, or is kind of interesting, but maybe subconsciously you're actually not that open to it, that could be one part of it. Another part of it that I'm feeling here is that if there is this offer coming towards you, and actually it does feel like it could be a pretty good offer, you could be just resistant to that love offer coming in towards you because you might be feeling insecure for some of you, or you might be feeling cynical and jaded for others. You know, if you've been like, if that's what this Five of Pentacles is, that's what I was trying to explain in the beginning. Like, you may be resistant to this love offer coming towards you for no other reason other than you feel insecure, or you don't feel like you deserve it, or you don't feel like you're valuable enough to be seen by someone else in that way. And if that's the case, that's definitely what this needs to be addressed here. So, you know, look at that. If that's landing for you, if that making you feel triggered, and that's making you feel mad at me for saying it, then it's probably true, and it probably needs to be looked at. So yeah, and if that's the case, what actually is happening here is this person, probably without their awareness, this person that's making this offer towards you is actually helping you see that which you have been mostly unaware of until now, or at least unwilling to look at, and that is the issues around self-worth and self-love and value, what you deserve, what you expect. And I don't mean that in a privileged kind of a way. I just mean what you have established as a certain standard of what you feel like you can accept based on how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself. Now, 2, 2, 2 across the middle of the reading here. 2 of Swords in the recent past, 2 of Cups as the crossing card, and the Priestess here in the outcome. So there's this row of 2s here across the middle of the reading. Again, I feel like it's simply pointing to the fact that you may not be willing to see that which I have just described, and this person may be, without them being aware of it, are helping you to see something that you have been unwilling to see until now. And the High Priestess is just simply indicating that there is information being revealed through this dynamic. There's like points in your grid that are being triggered by this person's energy that's coming in. And the wise thing to do would be to look at those things and look at them objectively and look at them honestly and overcome any cynicism or jadedness or unwillingness to learn, unwillingness to grow, unwillingness to see that which is being revealed to you at this time, and really strive to actually grow and understand through this circumstance of the person that's showing up for you, or the situation that's showing up for you, to help you see the truth of who you are, and to overcome or at least reveal and witness and acknowledge where you may feel insecure, where you may feel like you lack deserving or lack value, or any of those types of insecurities that may be coming up. And shine light on them so that you can start to work on them, to change them, to be able to let love in. Now this 8 of Cups and 7 of Cups at the top of the reading, both in reverse. This is simply telling me, it's kind of confirmation, I feel like, for what I've just said. If what I've just described is something that feels relevant to you, then this 8 of Cups is saying you may need to go back and really look at what it is that you feel is lacking and strive to restore. Right? Like, it's interesting to notice. So in this 8 of Cups card, there's this stack of 7 cups that have already been filled. This person has already been discovering and learning and growing and collecting wisdom and love and understanding along the way. And they're currently in this position now where they've understood these many things here, but they know that there's more. So they're going on the next phase of the journey to kind of carry on and collect more. And if you notice, there's space in the image here for this one cup to be fit into this stack here. And what's standing out to me about these 3 cup court cards here is that each of these characters are holding that one cup. So how I'm feeling this is that I think the puzzle piece that's missing here is understanding that you may need to acknowledge and accept that you need to let love in, and that you may not have been allowing love to come in and reach you. And if that's the case, if the reason for that is because you haven't felt self-worth, self-value, self-love, then this climb here is actually to help you understand that that's what you need to look for, to find your own inner value. And understand that that's actually mostly what the human process is really understanding and recovering and cultivating self-love, self-confidence, self-worth, self-respect. It's not something you do one time and then you've got it and then you move on through life. It's an ongoing process that all of us have to work on this every day. And the way we do that is by our daily rituals, our daily actions, the way we think and feel, the way we behave towards ourselves, the way we speak towards others, the way we speak internally, the way we activate and move towards our goals and aspirations. All these things are kind of a collective or a collation of the ways in which we show and reveal to ourselves self-love and self-respect. And it gains momentum over time. And that's why I feel like this 7 of Pentacles with this Ace of Wands is. It's like, yeah, you understand what you need to do to gather self-love and self-respect and self-value. But it's something that you need to continue to work at and grow and keep investing in yourself in order to be able to see the rewards of that investment. Is something that it requires daily practice, and you get better at it as time goes by. 8 of Swords reversed, the Hangman reversed, 3 of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Cups reversed. So I'm feeling a bit impatient with these 4 cards here. This feels really impatient. Eight of Swords reversed with Hangman reversed. And Three of Pentacles, Six of Cups. I'm hearing delay. So for some of you, I feel like this little collection of cards here might be just a side note, and it could be separate from this reading. It's not necessarily an add-on. This is like, it feels like different messages here. I feel for some of you, if you've been collaborating with people, whether that's in a work dynamic or in a family, home, love, life kind of reality, then there could be here something that I feel there's some, either you're waiting for someone else to provide you with information or data or messages or something like that, and because they haven't done that yet, they're late, and so you're feeling impatient because there's a delay. There's not really any advice here. That's just what I feel from these 4 cards here, is that there's some delay that's causing you to feel impatient, and it feels like you may be unable to move forward with your part of the task that is a group project, a group thing, because someone else is being a little bit tardy and slow in doing their part of the task. So I guess you got to just like hold space for them, I feel. All right, let me just check over here. I feel that's it for the general reading. Yeah. I feel to say here with this Hermit card that's paired with the Temperance that let's find the right words here. If you are feeling that description I gave earlier, where maybe you have been really focused on yourself and you've been really quietly pursuing your own understanding of who you are, and you've been single for a while, and you've been, you know, really making progress in feeling a greater sense of wholeness in self, I would say, let me try to find the right words. What I'm getting is that I feel like I need to pass on the message that it's, you overcome any resistance you have. Like if you're avoiding actually like diving into this offer that's coming towards you, see it for what it is, and see it for the truth of it being about you maybe not necessarily feeling so valuable and so worthy of love, that you're actually kind of pushing someone away so that you can just maintain a peaceful state that you've been in. But what I feel here is that this next step forward for you in this part of your journey where there is a love offer coming towards you. Yes, it's going to require some effort on your part to let your guard down and allow somebody in, and allow you to experience what it feels like to receive love from outside, from someone that actually can really see you. And what that will do is force you to look at the places where, as I said, you may have been feeling unlovable or unworthy or not deserving of love. But it's important not to use your peaceful state as a single person as an excuse for resisting this offer, because it is actually a really beneficial energy that is coming towards you to kind of help you grow and evolve to the next stage of what this is that you've been working on, this process of, you know, uncovering and discovering who you are and finding balance within. This feels like the next logical and obvious progression on that journey of like actually now letting yourself open up and letting your guard down to allow somebody to come in and see you for all of who you are, and receiving that love from them, and discovering where you may be needing to kind of cultivate and develop more self-love and self-worth, so that you can actually be meeting this person in a relationship in an equal way. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. That's the general reading. We're going to have a look at the Voyager deck now. Shuffle again to give you a higher octave reading. So tune in with me again as I shuffle the deck. Send your energy over this way. If you're new here, the higher octave reading is designed to give a little bit more insight into what's happening karmically and spiritually with the energies available to us. And so hopefully this spread will provide a little bit more insight into why we're in the situation we're in, and perhaps how we can move forward to make the most out of the opportunities that we're being presented with. So tune in with me so I can get really clear messages for you. Okay, Oh, interesting. So the first card out is the Two of Cups, which is the card you had here as the crossing card, but here it is as the main central theme of the reading, crossed by 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Worlds. Woman of Worlds reversed, 10 of Wands reversed, Ace of Wands reversed, Ace of Crystals, 4 of Cups, Child of Crystals, the Universe reversed, 8 of Cups reversed, Strength reversed, 5 of Worlds reversed, 4 of Wands upright, and Sage of Wands. Okay. So in the previous reading you had this like 2, 2, 2 across the center of the reading. Here you've got now Ace and Ace. There's 2 in the middle and then a 10. So I feel like the energy of this spread is pretty similar to the previous one, but I will pull up some things here that weren't present in the previous reading that I feel really clear and relevant here in this spread. So what I feel is here. I mean, having the Queen of Wands as the Queen of Pentacles here as the crowning card in reverse, it does feel like this is a kind of confirmation that what I said in the previous reading was accurate, in that the main issue that we may be looking at here is self-worth and self-value, and that may be what is kind of acting as a trigger to your resistance to what is attempting to come towards you. What else is here at the foundation is the 10 of Wands in reverse. And as I said, the central card of the reading is the 2 of Cups crossed by the 10 of Worlds. So 2 10s here. I feel, so 2 10s and 2 1s. So definitely, and with the World card there, which is the final card from the Major Arcana, number 21, it's in reverse here. It does feel like there is this like a shift energy happening, like a polarity shift, or, you know, like kind of really closing the door on what was your life until this point, and opening you up to a new beginning where there is different energies available to you that maybe you haven't either had access to before or haven't allowed access to you before. And as I said, what I feel those are is just like it's kind of like the next obvious step in the progression of your journey until this point, where you may have been focused very much on your own inner journey, on your inner space, on your personal routines and daily habits that have been helping you to kind of find balance in your life. And I really feel this energy of some new, I mean, again, we're not talking about a new relationship for you, we're not talking about a new love interest coming in, then this could be some other type of new energy coming towards you, like a new job or some other new type of opportunity that you may not have actually even seen coming. You may have been invoking it through your own personal, manifestation, visualization, etc. But I feel like there's something showing up here that doesn't actually fit the picture that you had in your mind of what you wanted to create. So, and for some of you, that may be why you're resistant to it, is because you might be thinking, this is not what I was calling in. But it actually does fit very well what it is that you kind of the pulses of your visualization out into the universe are showing up here very much in alignment with what it is that you were seeking to manifest. So I feel like the message here is to maintain your openness to that which is coming towards you, and understand that it is a good match, it is a good fit for you. I'm not making you any promises here about a love that will last forever and happily ever after, skipping off into the sunset. It's not my style here. But what I am saying is that be lucid and be aware of what's showing up for you right now, and understand that this is a good match in the sense that it fits where you are right now as far as the things that are going on for you energetically, and that this person or this opportunity or this situation can be, if you allow it, part of your journey of the next level of growth and discovery that you're ready to embark on. And be aware that you might be resistant to it because it doesn't necessarily feel like it fits the picture that you wanted to create. Also be aware that you could be acting unconsciously and resisting something that's coming towards you because it is something, again, we have the 5 of Worlds here, so it's the same card that we had at the center of the reading, this 5 of Pentacles energy. Again, kind of confirming what I said earlier, that this may be, the issue that we could be dealing with here is that you may not be as open to what's coming towards you as you could be, because you are facing issues of self-doubt and lack of self-worth. And that's what I'm saying here is that this person can be aligned with that to help you understand and see these things so that you can grow past them and start to work on these things in a conscious way. Five of Worlds is there with the universe. So, okay, this central axis, Two of Cups at the heart of the reading, crossed by the Ten of Worlds. Again, I feel like this is speaking directly to self-worth issues, self-value, self-confidence, self-love. All these kinds of things are being highlighted in this spread as they were in the first spread. But on a little bit more of a mundane level, so you have the Two of Cups here and the Ten of Worlds. So both of these cards can be family cards, marriage cards, relationship cards, union, partnership, all those kind of things are covered by these two cards here. So I do feel like, again, I've said this already, but I feel like for many people watching, a new offer is coming towards you, whether it's in business or in love, but some kind of opportunity is coming towards you, one which matches your frequency at the moment. And there is the opportunity here, I feel, to really close the door on the pretty much all the past until this point, and open the door into a new part of your life, one which will bring you to new feelings, new experiences, new people, new places, new vibrations. And so I think what needs to be understood here is that, let me find the right words to describe. What I'm feeling is that sometimes when we have the opportunity to experience all new things, sometimes it can feel hard to rise up to meet that because it may feel unfamiliar. And even though you've created a space, like you may have created a space physically by quitting a job or changing your routines in a certain way so that you have more time for other things that you're interested in, this kind of a thing I'm talking about. You may have actually created space for this, what you want to do next, or what you feel is like the thing that needs your attention. But there can be a little bit of inertia moving forward into this space where you can actually allow that space that you've created to be inhabited by the new things that you've been calling in. If you have a hard time recognizing that, you need to stay conscious to that point, that moment where you need to really see that the way you did things before need to be left behind, and you need to invoke new patterns or new behavior or new frequencies, for want of a better word, to actually embody that new thing that you're trying to call in, and be aware not to fall back into familiar routines and habits and activities just because it's what you know. I hope this is clear. Just stay lucid to the fact that you have created space for this thing that you've been calling in, and be willing to embody that which you have invoked and rise up to meet it, and overcome any kind of inertia or any resistance that keeps you in patterns that have been really ingrained for a long time, because you want this. So make yourself available to it. What else we have down here? Four of Cups, Four of Wands, both upright. Sage of Wands, upright. Child of Crystals in reverse. We had the Child of Crystals here with this Page of Swords in the previous reading at the foundation. I didn't really specifically speak on it per se, but what I want to say about it in this reading is I do feel like that is kind of touching on the energy that I just described there, with like invoking new routines and grounding them in. Like you may have had ideas and concepts until this point, but because both of these cards are here in reverse, I feel to say that it's important that you, with utter lucidity, ground yourself into the physical plane by establishing these new routines that actually embody the new frequencies that you've been calling in. You know what I mean? As I said, you've been making space for some time for these things that you want to change, for things that you want to experience that are different and new than what you've been doing before. So if you've made space and you have time in your day opening up, use that time to ground these new routines into place so that you can actually really bring these energies into your daily routine. And that's how you show yourself that you're worthy and you have self-love and that you deserve, because you do that for yourself. You do that for yourself. All right, what else is here? I feel like I've covered these cards here actually. So Eight of Cups in reverse with the Strength. I feel this is speaking to that inertia that I just touched on. And again, you have the Eight of Cups again, and you're reading it both times in reverse. So I do feel that there is... And Eight of Cups is Saturn in Pisces. So this is about the discipline in your emotional space, right? The endurance, the physical... the emotional endurance required to make shifts in your personal life, to transition out of certain spaces that you may have been embodying for a long time, and open yourself up to the new energies that you're looking to really bring in, right? So overcoming stagnation by, like I said, making yourself available to new energies that are wanting to come in, and physically grounding them in by activating new routines in your daily schedule that you've created space for, and overcoming this, like maybe the tendency to want to step backwards and go back to old patterns and habits just because they're familiar, and maybe you haven't, you know, it could be a confidence thing too. Like maybe you're not confident enough that you can actually accept this thing that's coming towards you, you know. And again, I would say, like, if there's issues of worthiness and confidence coming up, like if you feel like you've been in this space for a while, and it's hard to shift gears and understand that you've actually already overcome this. Like, this is past energy, I feel. This is past energy of effort, because you coming into this space with this kind of having put in a lot of work and a lot of effort to kind of rebalance and restore yourself and heal. And this may be just showing up for a minute as a kind of final test to see if you actually understood this that you've been through. And if you are in the position right now where you are willing to express the self-love and the self-value that you have for yourself, right? And make changes in your daily routine that embody that, for yourself to really ground into new frequencies and energies, but also for others to see too that you have made transitions and changes. There's something here, I mean, it is Leo season as well, but I do feel like there's something here about, you know, the changes that you've gone through in the last 6 months or a year being visible and evident to others, because it's time to shine. It's time to shine. I just realized here we have the Strength card here in the outcome position, and then it's your card, of course, Leo card. It is in the reverse position here, and I do feel that this is suggesting to me that it is a connection again to what I described earlier about grounding the energy. I feel like this is a very sublime. The Strength card is a very sublime card for me. It's kind of a tantric card. For want of a better word, I would say that means to me a very mystical, terrestrial kind of energy, right? It's like a way of communicating with life that is very profound and connected. So it's here with the Eight of Cups. Again, I would say it's a reminder to take the time to create space. I almost feel like with that, it's like you've been doing this, maybe you've been doing this for a while, and maybe the reason why this cup is reversed is because the message here is to say you stop walking away from things and just enjoy what you've worked so hard to attain. Be in the space of being receptive rather than walking away from what you've already achieved to go and find more. Just hang back for a minute and give yourself a chance to enjoy and appreciate what you've worked so hard to understand and uncover, and yeah, just give yourself a second to enjoy and be receptive. I feel that mostly the message of the two Eight of Cups here at the top of the reading is a reminder to be more receptive to love, to be open to opportunities that are coming towards you, that are trying to access you. And you may be like seeking to continue to move on and keep looking, because it's like it's a false positive. Like you might be thinking, no, I need to get more, I need to find more, I need to understand more, I need to uncover more. But actually, you need to sit still and wait and receive receive. And it's making me think of this Hangman card here in the reading as well. I feel like you just need to, I feel like most of all, the message here is to embody a receptive state so that you can actually receive the energies that are coming towards you. And if that makes you feel uncomfortable, strive to acknowledge and accept and locate the places where you may be resistant to that love because you are lacking in self-worth. And go there and work on that rather than pushing people away. Okay, let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. The Emperor, 8 of Crystals. So now we've got 3 8s in the reading, 4 8s. The Hierophant and the Sage of Worlds. All these cards are upright here. Whereas in the previous extended reading we had 4 reversals. And there's also a balance here. I'm going to take that. That's the Justice card from other decks. So we have 4 major arcana cards here. Well, one of them is a court card, but it's the King of Pentacles there. I feel that this is... it's more or less what I've already been saying this whole reading. There is energy here for you to really accept and acknowledge your power. It's within you. It's nothing you need to go out and seek and chase after. I think the message here of this reading overall is to just sit in the seat of your own power and let yourself feel your own strength and your own courage, your own wisdom. You've fought so hard to understand and evolve and bring harmony and balance into your life. So just enjoy that for a while and stop being so hard on yourself. I feel like there's a need here also for you to integrate a lot of your experiences from maybe the last year, but certainly like your whole life. But I feel there's something here about like things just coming together in a certain way around this time, especially with these 2 aces here at either side of the central axis of this reading. This is kind of telling me, again, there's like what has been from the past and what will be here on out. It's like you've closed the chapter is, that first chapter is finished. Here out is it's a different thing altogether. So integration, 8 of Crystals, integration. Like allow everything that has been till now to kind of come together and synthesize in a way that gives you permission and clarity to move forward from here with a new outlook, let's say. You know, the past is the past. Okay, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. I feel that's it for your reading for this month. I hope you enjoyed that. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Do watch that again. Thank you for subscribing also. Please like and share. It will really help me to get shown up in playlists for other people watching similar content to this on YouTube. What else? Let me just check over here, make sure I've got everything, but I feel like that's it. I'm hearing let love in. Let love in. And I will leave it there. Thank you so much, Leah. I'll see you in next month's reading.